Many of us are at a crossroads in our lives, looking for a way to find peace, happiness, and fulfillment. But with all the noise and demands of modern life, how often do we stop and think about the direction we are going? Are we really living a life that is in line with our deepest values and goals, or are we just stuck in the never-ending pursuit of temporary pleasures and approval from others? This problem that a lot of people are having makes us want to look into an old but timeless knowledge. Stoicism. Stoicism is an old philosophical tradition that has stood the test of time. It promises to change our lives by giving us insights and practical advice. But what does it mean to live a Stoic life in the modern world? How can we use these centuries-old principles to deal with the challenges of modern life? Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once said that all you need to make your life happy is to change the way you think. This deep comment sums up what Stoicism is all about, realizing that true happiness doesn't come from outside situations, but from the choices and attitudes we make inside. We are invited to go on a journey of self-discovery and change as we look at the 10 Stoic choices that will change your life. Each choice, like seeing problems as opportunities for growth, or focusing on what we can control, is a step toward reaching our full potential for a peaceful, happy, and meaningful life. Are you ready to question your beliefs and change the way you see things? What do you think happiness and success mean to you? Let's look into these tough choices together. Each one gives you a chance to live a good life. Let Joy know if you're ready to start the trip today. Number 1. Say yes to what matters. In the labyrinth of life's endless possibilities, the Stoic practice of discernment becomes a guiding light that leads us to what truly enriches our lives. Deciding to say yes to what matters is not just a matter of choice. It's a deep commitment to living in line with our highest values and principles. Let's think about Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher who, despite the huge stresses of running an empire, found comfort and strength in Stoic principles. He once said that all you need to live a happy life is to change the way you think. This powerful reflection makes us think, are we focused on what really makes us happy and healthy, or are we too busy looking for short-term pleasures and approval from other people? Every day, we choose things that show what we value. You could choose to hang out with family or friends instead of staying late at work to follow a dream, even if other people want you to do something else. You could also pick to read a book that makes you feel good instead of just looking through social media all the time. Some of these decisions may not seem important, but when you add them all up, they make our lives what they are. So how do we get into the habit of saying yes to the things that matter? It starts with thinking about what we want to say. Think about what brings you real peace, joy, and a sense of, are you looking for happiness in money, power, and stuff, or do you find it in growing relationships and helping other people? Music? As we go through the complicated journey of life, let us take a moment to reflect on what really matters. Let this be a call to action, to consciously choose to say yes to what matters most. By doing so, we pave the way for a life that is not only peaceful and happy, but also deeply meaningful and fulfilling. The Stoic path is not easy, but it is definitely worth it. Will you take the first step today toward a life that truly matters? Number 2, stop wasting time. In the rapidly flowing river of life, time is the most valuable thing we have. Once lost, it can never be found again. Stoic knowledge tells us to value time, which makes us think, are we really living or are we just existing? Stopping wasting time is like a wake-up call to wake up from the slumber of procrastination and distraction and live each moment with intention and purpose. Seneca was a Stoic philosopher who lived in ancient Rome and fought for the wise use of time. He tells us that it's not that we don't have enough time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. How often do we get caught up in things that make us feel bad instead of good about ourselves? A lot of time is wasted on social media, idle internet surfing, or binge-watching TV shows over and over again. Do these activities make our lives better, or are they just fillers? Think about this. When was the last time you felt truly alive? Was it when you were lost in a task you love, spending quality time with a loved one, or learning something new. These are the times when we connect with our passions, people, and potential, and they are the ones where true fulfillment lies epicus. In this lesson, another respected stern voice, make the most of what you can control and accept the rest as it comes. This wise saying tells us to focus our time and energy on what TR really means and that we can change. Let this be a heartfelt plea to follow the Stoic discipline of valuing time. Think about what you can do today to make it important. How can I spend my time in ways that help me grow, be happy, and feel fulfilled? Remember that every moment is a chance to stop spending time and start making your life full of meaning, happiness, and success. You have a choice, and now is the time to act. Number 3. Control your emotions. In the complicated dance of life, our feelings are the lead dancers, taking us through times of ecstatic happiness and deep sadness. Being Stoic, which means having timeless knowledge, helps us dance this dance with grace and calmness. It teaches us that what makes us strong is not what happens to us, but how we deal with it. Accepting that you have the power to control your feelings is a life-changing choice. It's about creating a place of peace inside yourself amidst the chaos, finding balance in chaos, and being able to handle life's uncertain tides with strength and clarity. Think about the moment. Stress and anger during a heated argument can make you want to lash out. Instead, picture yourself choosing to breathe, listen, and answer with thought. Imagine being held captive by fear when a new chance comes up. You might be afraid of failing, or of the unknown. Stoicism tells you to recognize your fear and still move forward with courage. With the steady light of your beliefs to guide you, Marcus Aurelius, a towering figure in Stoic thought, once said, "You have power over your mind, not over events outside of it." You will find strength if you understand this. His words help us remember a lesson that we have an unbreakable spirit that can handle any storm with grace. In the quiet moments of choice, when we pick patience over anger, understanding over judgment, and courage over fear, that we truly embody this strength. Think about how we could use this in our daily lives. How might a calm response change the course of our day, our relationships, or even how we see ourselves? Stoicism doesn't tell us to hide our emotions. Instead, it tells us to understand them and use them for our own growth and well-being. Let us try to live not at the mercy of our emotions, but in mastery of them. By doing this, we not only improve our own peace and happiness, but we also make it easier for others to find theirs. As Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, live it." This journey of emotional control is a call for all of us to build up our inner power so we can handle the challenges of life. Are you ready to change how you deal with your feelings so that you can live your life with the steadiness of a Stoic heart? If you agree with our Stoic principle, please leave a comment below. Number 4. Associate with positive people. The truth is clear. The people we choose to travel with us through life have a big effect on our way. Adopting the Stoic advice to hang out with positive people is like choosing to walk in the light, where every step is lit up by the warmth and shine of people who share our beliefs and motivate us to be our best selves. This isn't just a choice, it's a declaration of the path we want our lives to take. Think about how one positive conversation with a friend can turn a bad day into one full of possibilities. I hope it's when we're with people who are positively charged that we find the strength to dream bigger, push harder, and stand taller. Seneca's advice for all time. True here, hang out with people who will make you a better man. This is a call to action that tells us to not only find people who inspire us, but also become inspiration ourselves. Take a moment to think about the people you hang out with. Do they show the good qualities you admire? Do they push you to grow and thrive? Choosing to surround yourself with positive people is a deep act of self-care and ambition. By doing this, we not only improve our own lives, but we also contribute to a culture of mutual elevation and shared success. Let us make this choice with wisdom and joy, starting on a journey not just of personal achievement, but of collective thriving. Are you ready to take this step and change the course of your life? Number 5. Establish good habits. The truth is clear. The people we choose to travel with us through life have a big effect on our way. Adopting the Stoic advice to hang out with positive people is like choosing to walk in the light, where every step is lit up by the warmth and shine of people who share our beliefs and motivate us to be our best selves. This isn't just a choice. It's a declaration of the path we want our lives to take. Think about how one positive conversation with a friend can turn a bad day into one full of possibilities. I hope it's when we're with people who are positively charged that we find the strength to dream bigger, push harder, and stand stronger. Seneca's advice for all: time. This makes sense. Spend time with people who will make you a better man. This is a call to action that tells us to not only find people who inspire us, but also become inspiration to others. Take a moment to think about the people you hang out with. Do they show the good qualities you admire? Do they push you to grow and thrive? Choosing to surround yourself with positive people is a profound act of self-care and ambition. By doing this, we not only improve our own lives, but we also contribute to a culture of mutual elevation and shared success. Let us make this choice with wisdom and joy, starting on a journey not just of personal achievement, but of collective thriving. Are you ready to take this step and change your life's journey today? Number 6. Focus on what you can control. We should all strive for freedom in life, as Epictetus taught us. Real freedom comes from being aware of what we think and how we act, which are things we can control. This idea comes from Stoic thought. Focusing on what you can control isn't just a way to think deeply, it's also a good way to live your life. For example, Nelson Mandela's strength during his decades of imprisonment is a modern example of Stoic principles in action. Instead of giving up or becoming angry or depressed over his unfair situation, which was out of his control, Mandela chose to develop his mind, spirit, and leadership vision in the safety of his cell, where he found freedom in learning, growing, and getting ready to lead his country toward reconciliation and peace. This amazing journey makes us think about whether we should be spending our energy on the unpredictable waves of outside events or on the strength of our own will and character. Mandela's story shines a light on the Stoic path, showing us that even when we are physically locked up, our spirits can still be free. Adopting this principle turns life's challenges into stepping stones to personal growth and inner peace. It's a call to action to reevaluate our priorities, put our efforts wisely, and develop resilience and grace in the face of life's uncertainties. Are you ready to focus on the things you can really change and write your own story of freedom and happiness? Number 7. Prepare your things. When we say preparing your things, we're not just talking about keeping your stuff in order. We're also talking about getting your mind and your surroundings ready for anything. This Stoic practice not only makes our daily lives easier, but it also strengthens our minds against the complexities and surprises of life. Imagine starting each day knowing exactly where everything you need is located. The peace that comes from this simple act of preparation is profound. It's like setting the stage for a performance where you're both the actor and the audience, enjoying the harmony of a space where everything has its place. Now think about the mental aspect of preparation. Cultivating a mindset ready to handle life's unexpected challenges. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and a Stoic philosopher, had a lot of responsibilities and was under a lot of stress. But it was his mental strength and his dedication to Stoic ideals that helped him lead with wisdom and calm. What might happen in your life if you get your mind to this level of organization, letting things that help you go and letting go of ones that drag you down? This path of getting ready makes us think about our own lives. Are we filling up our space and minds with useless things and worries? Are we setting ourselves up for failure? Success every day. By making the tough choice to get our stuff ready, we open the way for a life of peace, happiness, and success. It's a promise to live intentionally, where every action and thought is carefully chosen, building a base of stability and clarity. Now I have a challenge for you. Practice preparing your things for a week and see how your life changes. Are you ready? If so, please leave a comment below the video to take on this challenge. Number 8. Live moderately, avoiding extremes. How do we find peace in a world full of chaos? Stoicism, a way of thinking that is based on the search for balance, has a strong answer. Live moderately and avoid extremes is more than just good advice. It's a central idea in Stoic thought. By embracing moderation, we can live a peaceful, happy, and successful life. Stoicism leads us to a middle path that avoids the problems of both too much and too little, promoting a life of balance and happiness. For example, K the Younger was a Stoic who lived his principles with unwavering dedication. In a time when Rome was known for its wealth and excess, K chose a life of simplicity. He wore modest clothes and ate simple meals, and unlike his peers, he didn't avoid luxury. His life was a testament to the Stoic belief in self-control and finding fulfillment in the essential virtues of life. K's balance wasn't just a personal choice. It was a statement of independence and strength that showed that real power doesn't come from having a lot of money or stuff. This example of Stoic balance in history makes us think about the decisions we make. Do we live our lives in search of more and more pleasures? The next thing we buy because we think it will make us happy? Or do we find wealth in the simple things in life and the joy of moderation? Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little that is poor. It is the man who wants more that is poor." By following the Stoic principle of living moderately, we are asked to rethink what success and happiness mean to us. It tells us to be happy with what we have, to value simplicity, and to live balanced, satisfying lives. Are you ready to discover the deep peace that comes from living in moderation, following in the path of great Stoic thinkers and leaders? This path not only shows you how to get around in the world, but also how to find peace and happiness inside yourself. Number 9. Embrace adversity as an opportunity for growth. Have you ever been so scared of a problem that it would have been easier to just give up? Stoicism can help you see things differently, accept hardship as a chance to improve yourself. This isn't about wanting trouble, it's about seeing the gifts that are hidden in our troubles. The hardest times in life are not obstacles, but rather stepping stones that make us stronger and more adaptable. Think about Malala Yousafzai's story. She survived an attempt on her life because she fought for girls' right to go to school. But she didn't give up. Instead, she used it as a reason to fight even harder for her cause. Her courage and determination turned a personal tragedy into a global movement for education rights. Share the Stoic view that hardship has the power to change you, or think about Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before he invented the light bulb. Each failure was a chance to learn, improve, and keep going. The story of Edison's journey shows how problems are not the end, but the start of knowledge and new ideas. How can I use this to grow? This is the question at the heart of Stoicism's attitude to life's problems. It tells us to look at problems as chances to grow and find power in what we conquer. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor strengthens the body." Let's remember this and see our problems as chances to become stronger. Accepting hardship as a way to grow not only gives us strength, but it also makes our lives happier, more peaceful, and more successful. Number 10. Decide who you want to be. During our life journey, how often do we stop and ask ourselves, who do I really want to be? This question is at the heart of the Stoic decision to decide who you want to be. It's a call to sculpt our character with the chisel of our values and deeds. This isn't about trying to be someone else, it's about becoming our best selves through self-reflection and the never-ending search for virtue. Michelle Obama's story shows how important it is to know who you want to be and live that out, no matter what happens in your life. She went from living on the south side of Chicago to living in the White House while staying true to her values of education, community service, and health. As an example of the Stoic belief in the power of personal ethics and purpose, think about how Marcus Aurelius went from being a Roman emperor to becoming a Stoic philosopher. His writings on virtue, death, and wisdom can help you think about yourself and grow as a person. His works make us want to face our flaws and become better people by telling us to look inside ourselves. What traits do I want to show? By asking this question, we are asked to plan our lives around the Stoic practice of acting in line with our inner beliefs. At the heart of it is the decision to live a meaningful life. Following the stars of our ideals, Epictetus once said, "First tell yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Let this be a call to action. When we decide who we want to be and commit to this vision, we start a journey of change that leads not only to personal fulfillment, but also to a life of peace, happiness, and success. Are you ready to take that first step toward becoming your ideal self in the tapestry of life? Embracing what really matters, controlling our emotions, surrounding ourselves with positivity, and finding contentment in moderation are all parts of Stoicism that can help us build a life of purpose and resilience. Like Marcus Aurelius, who said that the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. These Stoic decisions ask us to think, choose, and act with intention. Let us take these ancient words of wisdom not just as philosophical musings, but as practical steps to improve ourselves. By choosing who we want to be, focusing on what we can control, and seeing hardship as a way to build character, we can live a life that is not just lived, but lived well. Accept these 10 choices and let them lead you to a life full of peace, happiness, and humanity. If today's intellectual journey touched your heart and inspired you, please don't forget to like it and leave your feedback. Each of your shares in the comments part below is a great source of motivation for us. Please don't forget to share this with your friends and family, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our other journeys. Goodbye, and see you soon.